Well, I'm not captain, so probably not taking it as hard. Yeah, I'm good. I think obviously the first 5 games were really disappointing, and I think the fact that we kind of stuck together quite well and were able to sort of turn things around a little bit in those last 2 games, and obviously knowing that we couldn't qualify was disappointing, but obviously that was the start of the season that we had. But I think morale's been really good. I think we've started to really build as a team. We've started to understand our roles a little bit more, started to execute a little bit better and really gel as a team. So I'm fortunate, but yeah, I've really enjoyed the season. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, it felt a little bit like everything was against us in the field. To be honest, there's a few that sort of went over fielders, didn't quite go to hand, and obviously wickets off no balls are never sort of super helpful. But yeah, I think knowing we had everything had to go perfect in the field because we didn't get enough runs. I think it wasn't the easiest wicket, but I think we were looking to push up to around the 150 mark. I think would have made, even 140 would have made it really interesting. So yeah, it's been really interesting actually. The pitches have really challenged you as a batter, and the conditions have changed at different grounds and as the tournament's gone on. So yeah, probably didn't quite read the conditions quite well enough. Probably left ourselves a little bit too much to do. It's sort of pitch where you have to show a lot of intent and be really busy and move around and try and hit the bowler off the crease. So probably got behind a little bit and then felt like we had to go for a lot of big shots, and obviously those led to wickets. Oh, I don't think it's as simple as that, is it? I think obviously we didn't start particularly well, and sometimes when you get off to a bad start in a quick competition like this, it's really hard to turn it around and change the momentum. And yeah, obviously we looked at things really closely whilst that was happening, and just were able to turn it around a little bit too late. And yeah, tonight was one too much, but it felt like we really had some momentum, and then obviously found out last night that we couldn't qualify. So yeah, that's cricket. Sometimes it doesn't go your way. Oh yeah, it was her decision. I think Ben came out at the timeout and said whoever gets hit for a boundary has to shout the first drinks tonight. So Smriti didn't want to put it on any of her teammates. So yeah, it was just a little bit of a laugh thing. Obviously the game was already gone, and someone made a joke, Smriti should bowl the over, and she bowls a lot like Virat Kohli actually. She bowls off the wrong foot, doesn't she? I've never seen her bowl before, and I've played a lot of cricket with her, so yeah, it was quite funny actually. Not yet. Obviously, things have happened quite quickly. I think we probably did a lot of reflecting after sort of three, 4 losses. When you're in that situation, you try and find any way to turn it around. And I think probably reflecting, I think we haven't executed probably as well as we would have liked throughout the competition on very good wickets. The wickets were outstanding at the start, very hard to bowl on, and you had little margin for error, and probably the fact that we didn't take as many wickets, I think, as we would have liked on pitches like that. You need to take wickets and be aggressive to slow down the run rate. And yeah, I think as a group probably we get quite high and quite low quite quickly. I think that's something I've certainly learnt being involved in this competition. So yeah, trying to stay a bit more level and trying to fight quite hard when things don't go your way, when you're playing on really good pitches with short boundaries, I think is really important. So yeah, lots to learn, but I think the group's really started to grow. I think some of the young girls have really impressed me. I think Shriyanka, she's going to be an absolute gun. She's a brilliant cricketer and really calm and cool under pressure as well, which I like. And little Kanika at the end having a couple of wickets as well, showing what she can do with the ball and with the bat earlier in the tournament. So yeah, I've enjoyed those Indian girls getting this sort of stage to show their skills. Yeah, I felt like I got going all right. Like I started my innings reasonably positively and wanted to kick on really, because obviously the overs were running out and we needed a few boundaries. Just probably picked the wrong ball. I was going for the slog sweep and it was a little bit full, and tried to go for the sight screen and just hooked it a little bit. So yeah, she bowled really well. She's a world-class bowler and varies her pace really well. Obviously spins the ball both ways as well. But yeah, it wasn't the easiest of wickets. Like it was a little bit slow. Definitely hard to get going on as a batter, but they're the sort of wickets that you want to try and punch out sort of 140 to make it competitive and give your bowlers something to bowl at. I think it's growth that we'll see probably in the coming months and years. I think it'll be a really good learning for her. I think it has been really tough, and the amount of pressure she's under is crazy. Like even as England captain, the pressure she's under is so much more. The amount of people that are interested in how she does and how she plays and obviously how she captained is just another level over here. And I know it's like when you're not scoring runs as captain and you feel like you're not contributing, it's really tough. But I think for me, those periods have certainly taught me a lot about myself and how I want to do things and how I want to stay consistent as a captain, whether you're scoring runs or you're scoring not. And I think it's really important you play how you want the team to play, I think, as well. So I think we'll certainly see a stronger Smriti coming back. She would have learned a lot from this, albeit a tough experience, and we all know the quality batter that she is. And once she combines that with her captaincy as well, I think she'll be very hard to beat. So certainly she'll learn a lot, and anytime you captain, you try and pick up things and learn. But I certainly think she'll be better for this experience in the future. I actually chatted to Smriti about that after the first couple of games, and it's something she's not done before, captain people that are perceived as I guess more senior than her, and I said to her that's not the case at all. Like, we respect her for her batting and who she is, and don't see sort of age or experience in terms of her captaincy as a thing. So it wasn't a thing. It was something kind of that she felt but wasn't certainly from the overseas. Like, we know the player she is, and I've certainly seen leadership qualities in her when I've played with her previously, and know she'll make a good captain. I think just trying to keep things positive really, and trying to keep the group together. I think that was a conscious effort by everyone. When things aren't going well, it's quite easy to sort of everyone go separate ways and sort of divide, but we tried to stick together and enjoy what we're doing, and try and learn as well. I think sometimes you learn the most when you're not going well and you're losing, and it's important you take that opportunity, I think, to try and turn things around. And it did really feel like we'd started to flip things and started to gel as a team, but obviously it was too little too late.
আমাদের ভিডিও ভালো লাগলে লাইক এবং শেয়ার করুন, কমেন্ট সেকশনে গিয়ে জানান আপনাদের মতামত। আরও ভিডিও পেতে আমাদের চ্যানেল সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন এবং প্রতি মুহূর্তে খবরের আপডেট পেতে প্রেস করুন বেল আইকন।